Hi, beautiful souls. Today we're diving deep into a topic that touches all of us: how to truly improve your relationships. Whether it's with a partner, friend, or family member, our relationships mirror back to us who we are on the inside. The way we love, the way we react, the way we judge, all of it is a reflection of our inner world. And the beautiful truth is this: when we shift within, everything around us shifts too. So today, we'll explore 3 powerful ways to improve your relationship: learning to stop judgment and see it as self-reflection, finding the good in your partner through appreciation, and developing self-love as the foundation for everything. Along the way, we'll weave in wisdom from Abraham Hicks, Gabby Bernstein, Louise Hay, Dispenza, Byron Katie, and John Julie Gottman, along with miracle stories and scientific evidence that show how transformation in love begins inside of us. Let's begin with the first truth: judging others is actually judging yourself. Have you ever noticed that the things that irritate you the most about your partner are often the very traits you have buried deep within yourself? Abraham Hicks teaches that the world around us is a mirror reflecting our vibration. Every interaction we have, especially in close relationships, is showing us what frequency we're vibrating on. When you find yourself judging your partner for being lazy, critical, or emotionally distant, that's an invitation from the universe to look inward. What part of you is asking for healing or understanding? In the law of attraction, you attract what you are, not what you want. So when you vibrate judgment, you attract more to judge. When you vibrate love, you attract more to love. The mind tends to project outward what it cannot yet accept inward. Louise Hay used to say, "The people who annoy us are our greatest teachers." Why? Because they show us what we have yet to heal. If you judge your partner for being insensitive, perhaps you've been insensitive to yourself. If you resent them for not listening, maybe there's a part of you that doesn't listen to your own inner voice. In this way, relationships are sacred mirrors. When you stop blaming and begin to look at what your reactions are telling you, you reclaim your power. Byron Katie calls this doing the work. Her method, the work, involves asking 4 simple questions. Is it true? Can you absolutely know it's true? How do you react when you believe that thought? And who would you be without that thought? Imagine applying this to a moment when you think, "My partner never supports me." Is it true? Maybe sometimes it's not. But can you absolutely know it's true? Probably not. When you believe it, you feel hurt and closed off. But who would you be without that thought? Free, open, and loving. That's the miracle of inquiry. It dissolves illusions and brings you back to love. Scientific research backs this up. Studies from the Gottman Institute, founded by Drs. John Julie Gottman, show that couples who approach conflicts with curiosity rather than blame have much higher relationship satisfaction. In their Love Lab studies, they found that the ability to self-regulate during conflict, to pause and reflect before reacting, was one of the strongest predictors of long-term relationship success. In other words, when you stop judging and start understanding, you build emotional safety. Now let's talk about the second way to improve your relationship: finding the good in your partner. Abraham Hicks teaches that appreciation is the vibration that aligns you with source energy. When you look for what's wrong, you disconnect from your inner being. When you look for what's right, you reconnect. Every person has both aspects within them: their highest, most loving self, and their ego-driven, fear-based self. The version of your partner that shows up depends on the vibration you hold when you look at them. Gabby Bernstein tells a beautiful story in her book, "The Universe Has Your Back." She shares how she used to project fear and control into her relationship. She would constantly focus on what her partner wasn't doing right, how he didn't meet her expectations or say the right things. But when she started a gratitude practice, writing down 3 things she appreciated about him every day, something miraculous happened. The energy between them softened. They both started showing up differently. her partner began expressing more love and patience, mirroring the energy she was giving out. That's the law of attraction in action. The vibration of appreciation magnetizes more things to appreciate. Louise Hay often said that what you focus on grows. If you constantly tell your partner what they're doing wrong, you reinforce that pattern. But if you focus on their kindness, humor, or effort, even in small ways, you amplify those qualities. Appreciation shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from criticism to connection. Science confirms this. A 2015 study published in Personal Relationships found that gratitude is one of the strongest predictors of relationship satisfaction. Couples who expressed appreciation regularly reported feeling more connected, more fulfilled, and more resilient in the face of conflict. Another study from the University of Georgia found that gratitude acted as a booster shot for marriages. It strengthened the bond and created a cycle of mutual goodwill. So, try this. Each day, silently or aloud, name 3 things you love about your partner. Notice how your energy shifts. The more you focus on what's working, the more love you'll attract. Now we come to the third and most foundational piece, self-love. Abraham Hicks teaches that your ability to love another is only as strong as your ability to love yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup. When you make your own alignment with Source your priority, everything else, including your relationship, flows naturally. Self-love is not selfish, it's spiritual responsibility. Joe Dispenza's research shows that our emotions create electromagnetic fields around the body. When you live in states of love, gratitude, and joy, your heart's electromagnetic field expands, influencing not just your health but also those around you. MRI studies show that positive emotional states strengthen neural pathways associated with compassion and empathy, while chronic resentment activates stress circuits that lead to inflammation and disconnection. In other words, loving yourself literally changes your biochemistry and the energy you emit. Louise Hay's mirror work is one of the simplest yet most powerful practices for cultivating self-love. Each day, look into the mirror and say, "I love you. I approve of you. You are enough." At first it might feel awkward, but over time, it reprograms your subconscious mind to recognize your worth. When you love yourself, you stop seeking validation outside of you. You stop clinging, blaming, and fearing loss. You show up whole, and wholeness attracts wholeness. One of the most touching examples of self-love transforming relationships comes from Chicken Soup for the Soul. In one story, a woman shared how she and her husband were on the brink of divorce. She realized she had been pouring all her energy into trying to change him while neglecting herself. She decided to do something radical. She focused entirely on loving herself for 30 days. She went on walks, wrote affirmations, meditated, and did mirror work. By the end of the month, her energy had completely shifted. Without her saying a word, her husband started treating her with more kindness and affection. She hadn't changed him, she had changed her vibration, and the universe responded. This is how miracles happen. They're not supernatural, they're natural expressions of alignment. When you align with love, reality rearranges itself to match that frequency. Abraham Hicks calls this being in the vortex. From that place, relationships thrive because you're no longer trying to control or fix anyone, you're simply being love, and love magnetizes love. Medical science even shows that love heals. Studies at Harvard and Stanford have found that people in loving relationships recover from surgery faster, have lower blood pressure, and live longer. Love releases oxytocin, known as the bonding hormone, which reduces stress and strengthens the immune system. Your love, both for yourself and others, literally creates healing in your body. Byron Katie says, defense is the first act of war. When you drop the need to defend, to be right, or to change your partner, peace emerges naturally. You begin to listen more deeply, speak more gently, and see more clearly. Your relationship becomes not a battleground but a playground for growth. So, to bring it all together, The 3 ways to improve your relationship are to stop judging and use reflection as a tool for growth, to practice daily appreciation for your partner, and to cultivate self-love as your foundation. When you do this, you align with the universal laws that govern love and attraction. You become a vibrational match to peace, joy, and harmony. And the outer world mirrors that back to you. As Abraham Hicks says, you are the attractor of your own experience. When you focus on love, you can't help but receive more of it. You are the source of the love you seek. Your relationship is not something happening to you, it's happening through you. Every thought, every word, every vibration is a brushstroke painting your shared reality. When you stop judging, start appreciating, and anchor into self-love, you become magnetic to miracles. So the next time you feel triggered, pause and ask, what is this showing me about myself? The next time you notice something beautiful in your partner, say it out loud. And every morning, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am love, and I am loved, because you are. The universe responds to the frequency of your heart. When you love yourself first, everything else, your health, your happiness, your relationship, aligns naturally. You don't need to fix your partner. You need to remember who you are. A powerful being of love, capable of transforming every relationship simply by being your true self. That is the real work, the real miracle, and the real joy of life. So beautiful souls, if this message resonated with you, take a deep breath and let it sink in, because your relationships can transform the moment you do. Love is not something you chase, it's something you become. When you let go of judgment, see the good, and love yourself first, you start living as the highest version of who you are. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, it really helps this message reach more people who are ready to awaken to love. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and join our community of soul-aligned creators and seekers. I post videos every week to help you raise your vibration, align with your true self, and manifest from your heart. In the comments, share one thing you're going to do today to bring more love into your relationship, or maybe one realization you had while watching. I'd love to hear your story. Remember, you are love, you are light, and you are powerful beyond measure. Keep shining, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video.